Hey guys, Mike the Voik here, back for yet another video. This time around we're going to be doing a quick little opinions video on Rust. I know that a lot of you guys have subscribed for my Rust videos, and the channel has actually gotten crazy popular recently. I think probably because of Rust. But yeah, I've been trying to push out the episodes as much as I can, obviously, so if this isn't an episode, I'm sorry. But I thought I would give you guys my opinions on Rust so far. Obviously, if you don't own the game, it's an amazing game and you should definitely buy it. It's one of my most played games for sure. In comparison, DayZ I must have like 500 hours or something. Rust, right now I have like 250 hours. But in comparison, Battlefield 4 I have like 40 hours, Battlefield 3 like 100. So yeah, Rust I play quite a lot and I absolutely love it. And it's an excellent game. If you haven't tried it, go for it, but I would recommend that you get some buddies to play with it, but that's gonna be a different video about tips and stuff on the game. But yeah, again, I just thought I'd give you guys my thoughts on the game, and yeah, again, amazing game, but since I've kind of played it for a while now, since early or mid-September, no, I think early September, I've been playing it, and you know, I've been loving it, but recently I've just been getting kind of bored of it, and it might sound odd, but the game can get kind of repetitive after a while. And yes, obviously there's a ton of different experiences you can get, but after a while the core can get repetitive. Like, in the end, the system right now is kind of spawn in, get gear, build a base, find other bases to raid, get more gear, and then you'll probably get raided by someone else earlier in the process that's like doing the same process as you. So, and then yeah, you just end up losing it all and then restarting over and over again. And obviously it's quite exciting most of the time because each time it's different and the map is relatively big, but again, it can just get boring after a while. And recently they were saying there was going to be this big update, maybe a week or two ago, and I was really looking forward to it because it was I was not like as into Rust as I used to be, and you know, I was looking forward to this update. I was saying to myself, I'll just play after the update, and it came, and really it just wasn't that much. It was, you know, cool, some repair thing or whatever, but I didn't, you know, it was a pretty small update in comparison to what I was expecting. They were advertising it a little too, you know, massively. But anyway, so I haven't really played Rust a ton. I try to get into it again, but I just can't. It's just not, I just can't get into it, really. I'm just gonna wait a little bit until maybe there's a massive update. And then also with the hackers and yeah, just the hackers, and then there's this memory leak thing, so the servers are laggy. And in general, it's just not a very good experience right now for me. And it seems as though this is true for other people, because if you go onto the Steam top sellers, it used to be #1 or #2 forever. And now it's descending to, let me just check right now. See, it's already number 6 on the list. So it's dropped quite a bit, and DayZ's lowered too. So these games have both dropped quite a bit, and their peak has gone down. But yeah, I thought I would now give my thoughts about what they need to do to make the game better. But the general thing is that they just need to add more to the game. But I thought I'd give some of my ideas for the game. Firstly, I think a new map is in order. Maybe not a new map, actually. I ran around for a good like hour, like just straight after Hacker Valley. And it's a massive map, and if you build a tower up there and just look around, it's insane how big the map is. So maybe they don't even need to make a new map, just fill in what's empty in the current map. Maybe make it so big that there could be multiple biomes, and perhaps you would have to travel to certain biomes to get specific things that you need. Kind of like how right now you need to go to forests, for example, to find animals, and so maybe it could be a different thing. I don't want to go into specifics because that's up to the developers, but yeah, just add, I think multiple biomes would be nuts, but in general, just add a bigger map, because then, for example, from an admin's perspective or a server owner, you wouldn't need to reset the server as much because there'd be so much more space for people to build bases, and yeah, there'd just be, and maybe make the servers higher capacity then, of course, that you know, it'd be awesome if there was just a new map. Honestly, if there was just a new map and that's it, I would probably be back into the game more. But other than that, I think they should add also more variety, and in that way I mean vehicles and stuff. So not necessarily by just land. Even you could go, you know, the ocean's sitting there, and they updated the water, which is quite nice. So maybe they'll add in boats or something. That would actually be sweet on this new map, and maybe there'll be like lakes and stuff you can travel by that are way faster. And then maybe by air you could make like, I don't even know, like a hang glider or something. Just crazy stuff that they could add. And in terms of land vehicles, of course, with a bigger map, I think they should add fast land vehicles. Things like bicycles are a basic one. I, for some reason, can't get the image out of my head of a motorcycle in Rust. I think a motorcycle would be really cool for some reason, or a dirt bike. It just seems to fit for me. I just like the idea a lot. And then, of course, one they need to add is more weapons. An example would be a semi-automatic AK. It could be even full auto, but I think semi-auto would just be neat. And of course, it doesn't have to be an AK, because it is the end of the world, and you're making this gun out of a furnace, which doesn't really make sense. But we won't think about that, because you know, you don't want to get too realistic in a game. But yeah, I think semi-auto AK would be really cool, because it's got a little bit more stopping power than a M4, and maybe make it, the semi-auto would be to balance it and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I could go into more details, but I think they should just add more weapons, whether it be melee or explosive, even maybe long-range explosive, or just standard firearms. They should have more tools. One cool one that I was thinking of the other day was like parachutes, multi-use parachutes, where if you need to jump out of your building and you're too lazy to go down the stairs, you could just grab a parachute and then go down. And maybe it has like a resting time of like 30 seconds or something. Who knows, you know, they get to think of something. And then a cool one would be maybe armor modifiers, or just replace armor with specific like simple items. So for example, you could throw on a night vision mod to your Kevlar helmet and you could see in the night, but that might be overpowered. That's just a thought. Or maybe you can add a camouflage to your armor, or even a spray paint or something, so you could color it any color you wanted to. Just a little bit more variety, even so that you can tell your friendlies from other players. So just more variety, I guess, in that area. Same goes for the weapon attachments, obviously. I think a magnified scope would be a good idea. Maybe not like an ACOG, that's a little advanced. Even just a simple like 4-power scope would be fine. They should add more offensive and defensive items. These are kind of, you know, obvious, but I thought I'd point them out anyway. In terms of this, I can't really think of much. Like, I guess you could put traps and stuff, but that wouldn't help that much in the long run. I can't actually think of much, but I'm sure if I put more thought into it. But they definitely need to add more defensive and offensive things so that when you're offline, your base isn't totally, you know, undefended, really. Other than the simple traps you can set up nowadays, you really don't stand much of a chance if you aren't there, and if they have the C4 anyway. And now this one may not be obvious to everyone, but better hacker prevention and better admin tools, because right now there's way too many hackers, and there's way too many complaints about hackers to server owners, and there's no real good way to tell if someone's hacking other than just watching them. And so there's definitely has to be some better tools, even if they made it so that when you go invisible or something, because as an admin you can go invisible, make it so that, like, you don't hear your footsteps, because that just kills it, honestly, because they know you're there. But yeah, I think that would be a good one. And then of course fix the lag and fix all the bugs, because right now there's maybe not bugs, but yeah, there's mainly thing is the lag and the hackers and the map and everything. And really, I could think of a bunch more right now, but I think you're getting the idea that they just need to add more to the game, and I love it a lot. It's an awesome game, but like I said earlier, it's just getting a little bit boring now with all the current things that are going on with it. But I'm very excited for it. Obviously, I'm still playing it. I love it, the game. Just, you know, I'm just waiting for that big update, and whenever that comes out, there's obviously no word of it. I'll be excited for that update, and I'll definitely be back into it as I was like in December, for example. But anyway, guys, that's basically it. Tell me your thoughts on Rust. If you own the game, maybe you're super into it. Depends on what stage you're in on it, honestly. If you just got it, you probably love it. But yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.